Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special, fun, casual JoyClicks predictions special. My name's Christian Buckley. I am joined by Omar Nakvi. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm sipping on a orange mango Spendrift sparkling water right now.
That sounds
Relaxed.
really good. Mango sparkling?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Maybe it's just because these have been in the fridge for a while. I don't think they're that sparkling.
Huh. Have you had the Arizona mango macho mango drink?
I don't think I have. Is that the one that has like the fun can?
It's a tall can,
Right.
but they also have the plastic bottle. But I swear, it tastes like unnaturally mango. Like it tastes more mango than a mango itself.
Really.
It's really great, but also it's kind of just like it seems like it's illegal.
It's too close to your thought and memory of something that it's like, oh,
Yeah,
how are you doing this?
like it's like a juice that tastes like way too juicy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that honestly, I get that kind of vibe from this. It's
Oh,
good,
really?
but I feel like if I think about it, I'm like, what's going on here? You know?
Yeah, maybe mangoes are just like too flavorful. I don't know.
I think that might be it. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm racking my brain right now, trying in any way, shape, or form to find a segue between mangoes and artificial mango and how I feel about PlayStation right now. It's not working. It's
Damn.
not working. I'm trying. Um, but like I said, this is gonna be casual predictions. We got a PlayStation Showcase, the PlayStation Showcase 2021. This is it. This Thursday now, September 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British Standard Time, I believe, is BST.
Jim Ryan. Is that
Yeah,
really what it is? Did they really put out BST?
it says 1 p.m. PDT slash 9 p.m. BST.
Wow. I
That's
feel like I've
that.
never seen anyone do that.
I've never like remember the last time we talked about PlayStation together. I was like, are they gonna actually show that they care about Japan? They're a Japanese company. Would you imagine that they would list the like Japan time since that's the other side of the globe?
Maybe.
I
I
don't
feel like yeah, I don't know. Maybe if they had some studios there, they would.
know. Yeah, who's to say? But yeah, this is the PlayStation Showcase, right? State of Play. We've had a few this year. From the barometer that is Kevin Diaz, number one PlayStation fan I know. He's not. He hasn't been like down on the State of Plays, but he's been waiting for that big one. And this is that. Like they're not going to be at TGS. They're not going to be at Paris Games Week.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll show something at Game Awards, but
this is their E3 show basically. Right? Well, I guess it's been so long now, but like this would have been like we're expecting an E3 level showcase here, right?
I
Or
think so.
I
Yeah.
am. Okay.
Like if we look back to the 2020 PlayStation Showcase, I don't have a whole list pulled up right now, but there was the PS5 Future of Gaming thing in June or July, and that's where they revealed Miles Morales, Horizon, and they showed the God of War Ragnarok stinger at that one.
God, I can't remember that one at all. That's not the one where they had GTA 5, right?
No, that was the September or August showcase last year. I forget if that was called a showcase, but they did a follow up. That's the one that had GTA 5, I think, and Final Fantasy 16 was there, and a handful of other things as well. But yeah, I think
Okay.
E3 is safe expectations, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I guess the first thing I'll ask you before we get into the minutia of it, are you expecting to see things we mostly are aware of? Through whatever mean, like I would include the Last of Us remake and factions in things we know about, right? Like technically they would be revealed on a stage for the first time, but we know about those things.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I guess so. I expect to see some of those, but also I expect to see like brand new stuff. Assuming like stuff that doesn't get leaked this week in advance.
Hmm.
I'm expecting some like one or two crazy things that no one expected.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Like,
Yeah.
I think these safe bets to lock down tell me if I'm wrong for thinking this, or just yes or no on each game. Tell me if you think it's going to show up.
Mhm.
God of War.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, that was supposed to be a 2021 game, so I think it'll
Right.
show up.
But I don't know if they want to like just delay their marketing cycle. But
Sure.
no, it's definitely ready to show.
Horizon 2.
Man, I guess so. I guess we'll see more Horizon.
Gran Turismo, whatever it is, that's supposed to be next year also.
Yeah. I think. I mean, That's just cars. What's the point of showing it? We know it's gonna be cars. Like,
It's gonna be a technical showpiece, Omar. That's why they gotta show it, you know?
yeah, all right. I bet they look great this time. I guess we'll see it.
Yeah. Also worth mentioning as well, I didn't say this at the top, but this is a 40-minute show. The only thing they said is no PSVR 2. So, put a pin in that.
How much of this 40-minute show is taken up by this Death Stranding Kojima edited trailer?
Is that supposed to release during the showcase, or is that before?
I just saw Kojima said the trailer is happening on the same day.
Oh, man.
So, I'm thinking it's here.
Man. I would love to see just settle in one last time with the Death Stranding trailer, right? Like, I think Death Stranding's a fine game. It's like an 8. I liked it, but
I like Kojima trailers a lot.
yeah,
I'm not
like,
opposed to it.
the marketing and the trailer cycle for Death Stranding was unrivaled. You know, I almost prefer that to the actual game.
Yeah.
So one last ride, you know.
I agree, but I hope it doesn't take up too much time.
No, yeah.
Especially like, those trailers are hype, but it's before the game's out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's tomorrow and it's like I just want to hear these new announcements, it's like okay, I just hope it goes out later, I guess.
Yeah, and another thing they did mention about the stream is that there's going to be the 40-minute showcase, and then there is going to be some like treehouse style thing after the fact for more stuff from devs. So I don't know if Kojima would accept being thrown into the post show, but something like Marvel's Avengers, which is going to have a new roadmap on the day before this for the next like 6 to 7 months, presumably.
Yeah.
The rumor, and from like people on the team actually, is that Spider-Man is going to be dropping by the end of the year, probably in December for the game. And if he's announced on the roadmap for December, I could see a trailer or something during the presentation or in the post show. But I still think that would probably, like, PlayStation paid a lot of money for that Spider-Man deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he'd probably, whatever trailer they cut together would make it into the main show.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say maybe they put Kojima in the post show because they caught wind of the Xbox rumor. But yeah, no, I'll be happy to see Spider-Man tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you think in addition to Spider-Man and Avengers, we'll see anything regarding an Insomniac Spider-Man game?
Nah, I think they're in rest mode right now. I think they're resting up.
I would hope, you know.
Yeah, they had a busy year.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, okay. There is that new Spider-Man movie coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But do they usually tie up the movies and games releases? Has that been a pattern yet?
No, so far the only pattern that there's been with movie releases has been with the Avengers game. Like, around Black Widow releasing, there was a in-game event that was tied to Black Widow, and they brought in some skins and stuff. So, like, I've talked with Jack about this in Excelsior a lot. I think they're probably going to try to release Spider-Man in December, PlayStation exclusive, probably a week around the movie releasing, and then just put some skins in as well. So, like, Avengers is the only thing that's lined up with MCU content as far as, like, outside of Spider-Man, the original, dropping a couple months before Into the Spider-Verse. So, like, even then, that wasn't really paired up.
Yeah. No, you're right. I guess, too, like, in the chance, I don't know what it's likely, if it's likely at this point, but if it does get delayed, I guess Sony wouldn't want to rely on that release schedule with stuff.
Right. Yeah, because even
Go ahead.
within a game like Avengers, Black Widow's event was set for May because the movie was set for May, and then it got delayed. And they were like, "Well,
Oh,
our event is
really?
still happening right now. We'll just do it again in July, I guess."
Whoa, I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, interesting stuff. But in terms of Spider-Man, like, I mean, I was really surprised that they did Miles Morales so fast, but knowing that they just built Manhattan with the PS5 in mind and they just like brought it up to par with Miles Morales, like Manhattan's Manhattan, you know, so I could maybe see them be a decent way through the beginning of development on a sequel and maybe announce it here, but I'm not expecting it.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, do you think that's a PS4 game?
yeah,
Spider-Man 2?
yeah.
No, come on.
Man, Miles, I can't speak to the base PS4, but Miles Morales ran fine on my Pro. It dipped in like a couple places.
I know it like they're great at optimizing, but like we have this SSD dream that's never going to be realized.
It's a lie.
I don't think it's a lie. I just don't think, no one's really been able to really make a game around it yet. And I get
Yeah.
that there's a chip shortage, but
I mean, Ratchet and Clank, right? Do you play that?
yeah, but like that's a cool like tech demo. Like I was hoping this would like be a game changer for like that whole New York rendering or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, like genuinely though, honestly, I think with how Insomniac has surprised us in the past, if they came out and they were like, "Hey, September or October 2022, Spider-Man 2 is coming," if it's a next year game, I think it would come to PS4 because like if Horizon is, if God of War is, and now there's all these things about this console shortage maybe extending to 2023, and PlayStation yesterday being like, "Hey, all future cross-gen stuff we publish is going to be $10 an upgrade." Like,
Right.
I don't think we're out of the woods yet with the cross-gen.
No, we definitely aren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And I could definitely see it like coming out next year with how crazy Insomniac is. But,
yeah.
I don't know.
That's why it's their name. They don't sleep. You know.
No, they don't. Apparently, a decent place to work at. I
No,
don't know.
yeah. I kid. In all the crunch. What about Naughty Dog?
I think Factions 2 comes out this year.
Really?
Yeah, this is based on absolutely nothing, but I just feel like, all right, Horizon 2 is going to come out in late 2021. Potentially God of War was as well. I think they're going to want a big thing, especially when Xbox has God of War, Forza and Halo
other Spartan.
coming out. Yeah, right, the other guy. Master Chef. I think we'll see a decent Last of Us Factions 2 or whatever package coming out this year.
I was with that line of thinking about a year ago. Like,
Yeah.
I remember talking with Kevin when they announced Spider-Man Remastered with Miles as like that way to justify $70. And I was convinced that for Last of Us, like Outbreak Day this year in September, they'd have Last of Us 2 remastered with Factions as a way to get $70 out of a PS5 Last of Us 2 purchase.
Yeah.
Which, hey, if they've been holding on to that and that's a secret, I think it makes sense to do it for sure. At this point, though, you want to talk about lining things up with like other media releases. I'd imagine a Last of Us director's cut, which is like $80, is the remake and part 2, and it drops for the HBO show next year.
I think they could probably like. I think they could definitely tie in that new one, the first remake with the TV show. But I just think they might want some cash now. I don't know, or they're just bring out the brand like I guess I just don't think there'll be a. I don't know. I'm just trying to think like business sense. Like I don't think it's gonna matter too much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think they might just want like to reestablish one of their big IPs
Sure.
in the fall, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't even know like what the package is, to be honest. Is like is in my mind, I think Faction should be like free to play.
that's what I think too. Yeah,
I
but
feel like if Halo Infinite is free to play too. Like,
yeah,
I think. Sorry, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say I do think Factions should be free to play, but I don't think it will be. Like the way they've positioned it, especially some of the recent comments about trying to make a multiplayer experience that is like a single player cinematic story as well. Like
Yeah.
that to me smells of budget, like a big budget, and I don't think they could.
It could be, but like also, you remember like Titanfall 1's like story stuff where with
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
every game there was like too many
But
cutscenes.
this
Like
is
I think
Naughty Dog, Omar.
I know, but
They're not gonna sell
Like,
for
all right.
Titanfall 1.
did you see that Game Informer interview with Naughty Dog like a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-mm.
There was an interview where like I guess like Game Informer saw Evan Wells and Neil Druckmann, and they talked about stuff. They had some pretty embarrassing answers about crunch, but it was just kind of a general interview. But in my head, I'm thinking, well, why are they doing an interview? Like, I'm thinking Game Informer got flown out to see some shit.
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
Could this not just be a Last of Us Part 2 director's cut, as is the trend with every PlayStation
totally
game that
could.
came out last year getting re-released this year?
I think so, but I think it could include multiplayer or
Sure.
some kind of like something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not free to play, that's that. But I still think, I don't think they need to tie it into the movie or sorry, the TV show.
Yeah, I think if Factions does drop this year, I think I would be surprised. But if it is a this year thing, I think it will be that justification of buy part 2 again. Like it'll be the director's cut, like Ghost of Tsushima was.
Yeah, I mean, for a second there, I thought like Last of Us 2 wouldn't get a PS5 update anymore because like they put out that patch, right? The patch that unlocks the frame rate on PS5.
Yeah.
Like Ghost of Tsushima had that too, but then that one got a director's cut just now at an actual PS5 port. So I feel like we're not out of the woods yet for a Last of Us 2 port.
Yeah, I'm kind of fully expecting if Last of Us shows up at the showcase, it will be a director's cut with some new thing tied to it, either like a new chapter, sort of like the first game had with the Left Behind stuff, or like a soft launch Factions thing. And like, I don't know, I still think they'll charge for it, whether that's through a director's cut purchase or a standalone like $40 release or something. I think it won't be free to play. I think it should be, but I don't think it will be.
I don't think they'll like try and rob us, I guess. Like the Ghost of Tsushima update was like $20, right?
It depended
But-
on what you wanted. But
See, yeah, that's my problem. I feel like it should have been $20 flat and you get the PS5 version too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they'll listen to that or not, but I expect a similar $20-$30 upgrade and not that people have to pay $70 again. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, maybe whenever it shows up, if it's here or not here, I think hopefully what you're saying is true, because after the Horizon debacle last week, where it was either $60 for just the PS4 version, $70 for just the PS5 version, or $80 for both, or then buying both versions eventually down the line. Now that they made that statement, I hope that whatever they show up with, even if it is just a director's cut and not a new game, they do keep that consistency.
They're so fucking stupid. Like, Horizon, you can still buy a PS5 copy of Horizon for $70. Like,
Really?
which, yeah, now shouldn't the price just be 60 at this point? Because if the PS4 version has a free upgrade.
I
Like-
don't think they would change that, but yes.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Like, because you buy it digitally, there's no difference. You're just paying $10 extra for some reason.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's nuts.
it's very strange. Do you think we see anything else new from Naughty Dog? I see a lot of people expecting to see their new IP here, and
Oh,
I
man.
don't. That's like 4 years away, minimum.
Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately.
So
I think they're working on Last of Us and Uncharted. I don't know.
yeah. Well, let's talk about Uncharted then. Do you think there's that Sony San Diego rumored studio that might be supposedly making a new Uncharted game? Do you think Uncharted shows up in any notable way?
Weren't they the studio that like were doing the Last of Us remake? Okay,
Yes.
I don't know. The Sony San Diego stuff I kind of fell off of.
Yeah.
What are you saying? You think we'll see something with the Uncharted, like Sony San Diego's Uncharted, or
Anything like that remastered collection PC announcement. Do we see that?
man? I think they should start announcing the PC stuff at these shows,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they will. But also, I still don't think it's real.
I,
But if it is, that'd be cool.
I think they would if there was also a PS5 update to go along
That's
with it.
true.
You know,
That'd be cool.
if they're like, hey, the Uncharted collection optimized for PS5, you can buy it now as a bundle, or if you have all of them, it's an upgrade. And this is also coming to PC on this date. You know,
They took like a year, or sorry, I guess PS5 has been out for 9 months, but like 9 months to get that Horizon on parity with the PC version,
really.
which kind of shocked me, I guess. And Days Gone still is like more definitive on the PC, I guess. Well, I don't know. There's a 60 frame per second update on that. Yeah, I don't know. The thing with the Uncharted collection is that like no one's touched it since it came out. Like there was no PS4 Pro update.
Yeah.
Like I guess it needs like someone would have to go and actually fully remaster that remastered collection, which I think could happen. I think it should happen too.
Yeah, like you mentioned the drama with Sony San Diego, right? And
Yeah.
I know they said they like didn't want to be, or maybe this was banned. I forget. It was a while ago, but maybe if they got taken off the Last of Us remake and they wanted to prove themselves by like doing something on that level, maybe they were just like, hey, why don't you just spruce up this Uncharted collection and then you can make a new Uncharted? Because I think their original plan was to do a remake of Uncharted 1, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, so just have them like
Right.
optimize it for PS5, all of them, and then maybe that was the deal they cut. It's like, hey, you lose this project that would have been better for you in the long run, but you just do this well enough, and then we'll give you whatever you want next. You know, just you help
That would
us,
be
we help
very
you.
cool. I'm an Uncharted guy. I like Uncharted. I'd like to see Uncharted here. I think that'd be cool if they
too.
showed it.
Do you think there's a
I'd like-
chance? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I would just love some remastered ports of that game on PS5 and PC. That'd
Golden
be
Abyss.
So swell.
It,
Oh man,
it won't happen, but I want it.
yeah, that'd be neat.
Do you think similar to the? I think we talked about this a while ago too, but do you think similar to early PS4 when they were like, "Hey, generic ass graphic of a pirate map, Uncharted 4, get ready for it." Do you think we get any new Uncharted news, regardless of who it's from? Because that's the thing I see people saying that they're fully expecting. Like, I've seen, expectations for this are wild for how quiet they've been this year, and we're at that point.
I was honestly really certain we would get something like that about their new IP during like the Game Awards last year or something after the PS5 launch,
Yeah.
but didn't happen.
No.
And I think the Uncharted 4 teaser kind of bit them in the back a bit.
Yeah, it did.
So I think they might just be veering off that path.
Yeah. I
Which
think
is a
you're right.
bummer. Well, I don't know. I'd like seeing crazy teasers. Man, I miss Amy Hennig so much.
Where is she right now? I know she was at Visceral for a while. Did she find somewhere
I
else?
think, like the company Skydance that you see in front of movies sometimes.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I think they have a games division now, and she might be heading it up.
Interesting.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. In terms of, we already talked about God of War.
They should make a Mission Impossible game.
Sorry, Santa Monica.
Naughty Dog or Santa Monica. I don't really mind.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm out here hoping Perfect Dark is, honestly.
Yo, that'd be cool.
But yeah,
You
that
see
would
that
be
train?
cool.
Do you see the train that fell off the cliff?
Yeah, dude.
Man,
It's gonna be a good movie. Sad it got pushed.
yeah, me too.
SOCOM has secret agents in it, right?
I don't know. I thought there's hoorah military men.
Oh, it could be. I see people. Oh, I was thinking of Siphon Filter. Man, I see people hype up SOCOM all the time. I feel like maybe it was just a couple of years ahead of us, because I'm 24 now.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I missed out on it, but I don't understand the SOCOM thing at all.
I think some of it was the novelty of PS2 online play.
Sure.
From what I understand, it seemed kind of fun on that level. The same way you see people like excited about Metal Gear Online still.
Okay.
Like it seemed like a novel idea.
So like how we love Uncharted multiplayer.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
man, they should bring that back. Oh man, the Remastered Collection had Uncharted 2 multiplayer before that evil patch.
Yeah, man.
Oof.
That'd be fantastic.
God. They should do that.
I wonder if we see the return of anything though, because like SOCOM, I know Kevin talks about SOCOM all the time as being a multiplayer project that I think he thinks Guerrilla is working on it. But in terms of other IP, there is one rumor that has been floating around. Sucker Punch, we know, just put out Ghost. They just did the expansion for Ghost. They wouldn't necessarily have to be tied to this project, but I have seen some speculation that is flimsy. I'll get to it in a second. Infamous coming back at the showcase in some way. How would you feel about this?
I think it'd be great and splendid, to be honest, if that happened.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't think it's happening, though.
I don't either. I think I'm blanking on this individual's name, but someone who
It's
works...
Shaped Shell Ed or something?
Someone from Xbox era?
Maybe, yeah. I think so.
They said... I think the direct quote, I'm paraphrasing right now, but I'm pretty sure it was like, there's a chance we could maybe see Infamous there, and people ran with that as like, we're gonna see Infamous! Like, yeah, I could say there's a chance we're gonna see Kingdom Hearts 10 this Thursday, right? It's not gonna happen, right?
And isn't that literally out?
Yeah, it probably is. I think it's the rhythm game.
Oh, okay.
If we were to see Infamous, though, I don't think it would be from Sucker Punch at all.
I don't think they'll make an Infamous because, like, I feel like they'll just get another Marvel IP at this point.
Sure. Which, it could be cool, but honestly, when it comes to Infamous, like, I don't know, man. The PS4 Infamous games bum me the hell out. I don't like them. And I love Sucker Punch. I love literally every other Sucker Punch game I've played, but Infamous Second Son and what I played at First Light, I did not like at all. I
really like that Seattle they made.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Awesome. That was great.
It's a really good vibe game, I think, and it looked gorgeous. But
it still does.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, Ghost of Tsushima was good, right?
I loved it. Yeah, I think that's like technically looking at their whole portfolio. I think that's probably the best game they've made.
Yeah, I think I agree. The PS4 Infamous games were a little bit underwhelming. But I think also maybe they had to deal with the fact that they were like early gen games.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see them have another go at that. Yeah. Especially because like they were like original ideas too, right? They were like their own super. I thought they were cool, and all that like Kessler time travel shit was
dude, that's the thing.
Wild.
Like I love Infamous 1 and 2 and Festival of Blood, right? But all those are the Cole games, and Troy Baker playing a Native American didn't work for me, Like, I just wasn't a huge fan of the direction of the character. Pretty bland. The powers felt.
Did you play the evil path?
I think I did because I platinumed that game, so I had to have seen it.
That shit was so funny, dude. Honestly.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I think it was underwhelming, but I would like them to have another chance at it.
Yeah.
And if it's not Sucker Punch, I guess someone else can do it too. But,
yeah.
I think it was cool. Especially, I don't know, like, those games just always look nice for the hardware, too.
Yeah.
If I could see some cool lightning shit with HDR, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. If it's not Sucker Punch, or even if it is, if Infamous were to come back, I would kind of hope that it would be from, like, a really... Like, let Bluepoint tackle the PS3 one, Because, like, I think if you want to bring Infamous back... You either go for it with Sucker Punch with a new hero and a new power set, or you bring back the good ones that everybody really universally loves and get them like modern day standard.
Dude, if they remade Infamous 2 with the Cole hair,
Yes.
that would be so sick.
Yeah, man. Like, I think if Infamous were to come back, because like I love both of those games. Those are two of my favorite games I've ever played. I kind of maybe selfishly hope it would be a return to that original story and Cole, but if it were to be someone new, I'd be okay with it as long as Sucker Punch was like kind of guiding it, I think.
All those studios should just like share assets, and like Sucker Punch should just go to Insomniac and be like, "Hey, can we borrow New York for a second?"
Yeah, dude.
Just make an Infamous like that. I think that'd be cool.
That'd be very nice.
Put Spider-Man in Last of Us Seattle.
Yes, that'd be very cool. I don't think we'll see anything else from Sucker Punch though. Like, if they really want to drop a bomb, be like, Two Ghost Tsushima coming in 2 years, but I think that's a ways out for an announcement.
And especially because I think Sony gets one of those, right? We were just talking about it about the Uncharted 4th teaser thing.
Yeah.
But on second thought, they get one of those every generation, and it was God of War 2, right? That had to be it.
Yeah. That's why I'm not really convinced we're gonna see a whole lot of new stuff, man. Because like, I'm with you 100%. God of War was that. They're announcing this now thing, and literally everything that was such an amazing reveal last year, and it's like that's coming out in 2021, got pushed. So like, what else would come out in 2022? You know?
Well, I don't know. The thing with God of War is that like, I feel like we're just gonna see a minute or 2 minute teaser of it, and then they'll move on. Am I crazy? Like, I feel like we're not gonna see that much of it, regardless, if we do see it.
I mean, I think I know the demo they did was like a whole big deal when they did it on the studio side, right?
Right.
I think they might want to recapture that, because that was one of the big things they talked about after they wrapped up 2018 was that they future-proofed it so it would be easier to make the sequels, and similar to Spider-Man, like just build off of the foundation that was there. So, yeah. I mean, I honestly, expecting God of War this week, I'm kind of expecting to see maybe not a full-blown 8-minute, 13-minute, however long that E3 demo was, but I think we might see gameplay of it.
Maybe they actually do wait for an in-person event to show it off, and like it's a Jeff Keighley thing, and they get the orchestra there.
That'd be very nice.
I don't know. I just might not be in the right mindset, but I definitely wasn't expecting to see God of War this week, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more likely to see God of War than anything that would be coming out after God of War, if I'm being completely honest.
Probably. What do you think God of War is like late next year?
Oh yeah. If Horizon is February and GT, I don't know if it has a date on it yet, but I don't know. To me, that seems like a May game or something. I think God of War might be like September.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm expecting a lot of this presentation to be taken up by GTA.
Yeah.
Which I'm not looking forward to.
Did they announce the remasters here?
I think so. I think it's those, and we'll finally get to hear about the PS5 version.
Yeah, I can see the trailer right now. They show the remastered collection. It looks incredible for like PS2 games, right? And then it's like, wow, yeah, these probably could have came out a couple years ago, but they look really good. And then it shows you footage of another thing, and it's like, wait, what? Is this 6? And it's 5. It's just 5 with ray tracing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think those PS2 ports aren't going to look great, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen mixed messaging and expectations from people about what they're actually going to be. Like, I have heard some people discussing them as if they're going to be full-blown, like, Shadow of the Colossus remake style updates to those games, and I did not get that impression.
No, definitely not. It sounds like, from what I heard, it was like they're just porting them to Unreal Engine 4 and then like adding like, you know, some like cheap visual effects to make them look better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm expecting like it to look like the Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary stuff, maybe a bit worse.
Sure, yeah, I could see that. In terms of any of the other studios PlayStation's got, I'll blitz through the ones that we haven't hit yet and tell me if there's one you think might show up.
Okay.
We got Bend. We got Pixel Opus, who did Concrete Genie. We have Media Molecule of Dreams fame.
Man, that game needs to be on PC.
Yeah.
And that game should be on PS5 as well. Like, oh, maybe they're waiting for the PSVR 2 thing to show that. I don't know. But, like, man, I would like to see some more Dream stuff.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I popped in, but I think Dreams is very cool, and I hope it gets supported as long as they can support it.
If it was on Steam, I think it would go crazy. Like, it would be the biggest thing.
I bet that is coming, because
Yeah.
they've talked about, I think, being able to transfer projects to Unity and stuff like that, so I'm sure it's like back-end, they're working on it.
Hope so.
So, London Studio, who did Blood and Truth, I imagine they will be at the PSVR 2 event, because that was a VR game.
Yeah.
Housemarque.
Unless they make Wipeout again. Is there any chance we get Wipeout? It's... Sean Layden walked out with that Wipeout t-shirt and made it happen.
Sean Layden's gone, man.
I know. I know.
This is the Jim Ryan era. Jim Ryan's favorite racing game is Gran Turismo. I don't know
Did
if
he
you know
say that?
I doubt it. But
Because look, you know, Jim Ryan's a Brit. Does he like Wipeout? I feel like every British person likes Wipeout. But also maybe he was... If he did, maybe he would have stopped them shutting down Studio Liverpool. I don't know.
I don't see it.
Shit, dude. Yeah. Oh, well, especially because, like, you know what? Let's not say Wipeout's dead. Let's wait for the PlayStation VR 2 event. And maybe. But, yeah.
Yeah. We also have Polyphony, who, again, Gran Turismo 7. And
I like Gran Turismo, but I don't want to see it.
I'm with you, but I think it will be here.
Probably.
Last but not least, Team Asobi, the only Japanese studio left at PlayStation.
Fuck.
They did Astrobot Rescue Mission, they did Astro's Playroom. Current work is to be announced. They are hiring for their most ambitious game ever, they've said on their website, and I bet you we see this at the PSVR 2 event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not here.
Because, like, I've seen some people hope that it's just a normal platformer, which I'd be down for, but the fact that they are making a PSVR 2, like, obviously the person and studio who made your best VR game is going to be making a game for your next headset, right? Like,
yeah.
So.
No, and they should do that, probably.
So, based off of everything we've gone through, I'll go back to the likely stuff to be here. We got God of War, Horizon, Gran Turismo. In terms of first-party stuff, maybe a Last of Us thing. In terms of things that will probably be here, that is not first-party, that is exclusive, Final Fantasy 16. Yes or no?
Oh. You know, I did see a little bit about this.
Oh, okay. What do you see?
Well, not really. So I saw Project Athea. What was that game called?
Forspoken is the full name.
Yeah,
now.
right. I saw the actress for Forspoken say that there is some stuff to come out soon with that.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Okay.
So I was thinking, like, okay, that's probably at this again.
Yeah. I think Forspoken will... Because that's supposed to be... Remember originally that date leaked and they were like January 2022 or something like that?
Oh my god.
that was at that thing where they had to edit the final slide, remember?
Man, do you see that Outrider story where, like, they haven't got royalties yet?
Yeah.
Do you think Square actually is, like, misreporting the American sales numbers?
I don't know. I'm surprised that Square hasn't sold off all their Western IP and everything.
Because wasn't it, like, all the stories about Outriders was like selling crazy, I feel like beat everyone's expectations, but Square always has the wrong expectations with these American games, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like, remember the Tomb Raider stuff or the Avengers stuff? Maybe that one didn't perform. I don't know. I mean, their expectations are always wild, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Avengers broke records for superhero debuts, and it was still not up to what Square wanted. So, like,
right.
It's really weird. I think Forspoken is interesting because Forspoken, is that one of their Western studios?
I believe I believe it's the straight up the Final Fantasy 15 studio.
Okay, so yeah, I mean with Forspoken at least, I think there's an interesting concept there. I still think it might be revealed to be like in the 15 universe.
Yeah, that'd be
But
cool.
yeah, I think Forspoken I think was also at that September one last year. I think that showed
Right.
up there. So
I feel
between
like I.
oh go ahead.
Sorry, you go. Oh, I was gonna say, like, I feel like I saw recently that like the Final Fantasy 16 director, the I don't know their name, but they may have said that like they were skipping TGS or they weren't ready to show at TGS this year.
Because it's gonna be here.
Maybe you might be right.
Yeah, I mean 16 is one I'm really excited for. That might be the first game to make me actually go buy a PS5. Like, I'm
That
really.
has to be out on PS4.
Are you sure? Wait,
I feel like
remember?
it has to be.
Remember when the trailer came out last year, and then people were like picking it apart because it was like, is it PlayStation exclusive or is it PlayStation 5 exclusive? Let me look up
Right.
the trailer right now. But what would you
No,
want to
'cause,
see
like,
out of 16? I guess.
what do you say? What would I want out of 16?
Yeah, what do you want to see if it did show up?
Nothing really. I just want a release date. I think that game looks amazing, and I think it's like it looks like the right direction for that series, and I'm just really excited about it. I'm hoping it's like first half of next year.
I
I'm
would
also
love
hoping
that.
that PC port is still happening, that they kind of announced it and retracted. But yeah, no, I remember people picking apart that trailer too because like they didn't like how it looked, right, the graphics or something.
Yeah,
But like I thought it was like really cool to see a Final Fantasy like look like it was close, you know, like look like a real game immediately. Because whenever we see a Final Fantasy game, it's always like a crazy CG trailer,
yes.
and then we don't hear about it for like 4 years. But
So, the 16 trailer opens with the following content is captured on PC, emulating the PS5 experience.
right,
And then the copyright page does not say anything specifically, but then the final thing says PlayStation 5 console exclusive. And then there's an asterisk after exclusive that says not available on other platforms for a limited time after release on PS5. So I did not even realize that 15 was a timed exclusive. I thought that was a full-blown exclusive. 16, sorry.
yeah, I don't know. I think if I'm wrong, I feel like a trailer may have been deleted and re-uploaded.
I'm
Like-
on the September 16th PlayStation official YouTube channel trailer right
I
now.
think so. Yeah, I think something might have changed after that presentation, but I could be wrong.
Mhm.
But like, remember like the Demon Souls debacle and stuff?
Yeah.
I believe like trailers got uploaded wrong or different than their actual presentation of that thing.
hmm
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, but damn, that's very interesting. That, like, I truly thought 16 was just a full-blown exclusive. That's,
Yeah, I didn't think there was any room for an Xbox version at least.
no. And I mean, like, 7 is still not there
Oh
yet.
my god,
But,
dude, I get so mad about that because like apparently there's like evidence of the 7 remake on the Epic Game Store, but like I think it sounds like Sony just like paid for another year of exclusivity or something. I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like they're holding it from us.
yeah.
Bums me out.
So, 16 then, I mean, regardless of if it comes to other platforms or not, which now I'm thinking it will, I think it makes sense to show up here, right? Because it did huge numbers for the trailer view during the debut showcase last year. And TGS is not viewed as, not as highly, but like it doesn't get the same numbers of concurrent viewers as a PlayStation showcase would get, right?
Oh no, especially with the times they are. But I mean, regardless, they can just upload a Final Fantasy trailer on YouTube and get a lot of views.
Sure, yeah. And I think
But no, I think you're right. Like, especially if like
if you're PlayStation,
if you're PlayStation, this is more like an action-oriented game, like the 7 remake was. Like, I'm pretty sure they're trying to get the most eyes on it as possible.
yeah. Plus, 16, I think, not unlike other things, but 16, I think, is one of the first games where you plant that exclusive flag in it, and then you get people to buy consoles, right? Like,
Yeah.
I know the PS5 is already selling out regardless, but I'm sure there are at least 4 other people like me that have not purchased a PS5 yet, that upon the release of 16, they will make sure they have one, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
So, and remember, this is a 40-minute show, right? So,
Right.
if we do have God of War, a 20-minute Kojima trailer, Gran Turismo, Horizon, Deathloop is coming out after this, right?
Dude, I don't need to see Deathloop ever again. I'm excited. I'll play it, but like I've seen so much of that game. Like I feel like there's been at every event I've seen.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to see any more Deathloop.
It's been the focus of many PlayStation showcases.
Yeah, we're good on Deathloop. I'm waiting for that. Phil Spencer. By the way, it's on Game Pass as well next week. I'm hoping.
I mean, it comes out on the 14th. It needs a launch trailer, right?
Yeah, but just put that on. You just let Phil Spencer post it. I don't know. Like, fuck. I'm not really that upset, but I'm just trying to think about the time. I mean, look, a year ago we saw Final Fantasy 16. I think also Harry Potter was here, right?
Oh yeah, Hogwarts Legacy blew up here.
We have to see more Hogwarts here tomorrow. Or sorry, on Thursday, right?
I don't know, because
I feel like we're gonna see, we're gonna have Harry Potter and the Activision Blizzard moment, like at the show, like Call of Duty, Diablo 2, Hogwarts.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like that. I mean, I understand why it got the debut last year, because that was like the showcase that was available, but
Yeah.
I have no idea when that will show up again. I don't know if that has a new date or a new window only now for next year.
Jim
but...
Ryan is a Brit. He sees Harry Potter. He goes, "We need that."
Yeah, maybe you're right.
That's my thinking. And especially, wasn't that supposed to be out like this year too? Apparently.
Yeah, that got pushed next year, and so did Gotham Knights. Both of those were.
Bro, I would watch a Gotham Knights trailer tomorrow.
So that is going to be at DC Fandom in October.
Man, they're doing that again?
They are.
Okay, cool. They should.
Yeah. We're going to get a new Batman trailer. We're going to get Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad.
Did you hear any of that, like, Batman audience reaction stuff
Yeah, I did.
recently? All right, I'm very excited.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited for that movie. Do you think Batman shows up in any meaningful way?
No.
No, me either. It would be cool, though.
It would be really cool.
I
I miss those Batman games.
Man, dude, me too. And like, I've warmed up on Gotham Knights because even if it is like more RPG-y, I think playing as Robin is gonna be cool. But man, that Suicide Squad game, I know that one's the Rocksteady game, but man,
I just can't I just can't care about it. Yeah. Like, I'm so done with Suicide Squad.
I know.
And I was done at that point when they showed it, but like, man, that new movie, I'm just fucking done.
Yeah.
Can't stand it.
Yeah, it's
even like a cool concept, I think. Because like, conceptually, it's a neat concept, but like, the tone of it is just off. I don't give a shit.
No, you're right. And when it comes to like a game too, when you tell us this was gonna be a Superman game.
Right.
And then it's like, no, we get to kill Superman. It's like, man, you don't understand. I played Dragon Ball Z Kakarot this year, right?
Yeah.
Loved it. And then I saw an article pop up on my timeline of somebody saying a Superman game can't exist because it is already what Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is. And now I don't have time for people that say a Superman game can't work, because they're right. It absolutely can, because I played it.
Yeah, no, I bet. Like, here's something I'm wrestling with. I don't know what you'll think of it, but like, I feel like Rocksteady might have been like, they might have just fluked. Like, they might have made like 2 really great games accidentally, and then just kind of coasted off of it.
Why, you're not a fan of Arkham Knight?
I don't think it's bad,
Okay.
but I don't think, I was playing some of it recently, and like, I think the tone of Arkham Knight is just so off to me.
Okay, I can see that.
You know, like the way it starts with that, like that cop scene, and then like this is how it happened. This is how the Batman died or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With that Kevin Conroy. I think they really got that animated series vibes wherever nailed in those first two.
Yeah.
And they kind of killed it. And I don't think they knew exactly what to do with it afterwards. And I think they got an attitude problem. I remember the way they were talking down about Arkham Origins coming out. I feel like they might just be washed developers.
We're on the Gotham Knights train. We are not on the Suicide Squad train.
Yeah, I'm excited about Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Looks fun.
Do you remember... We'll move on from Batman in a second, but do you remember early PS4 when, like, that was also a heavily tied PS4 game?
Yeah, I do.
Like, that was at, I think, a couple E3s for them or something. Like, that was a thing they were showing off for a while.
No, they always had weird deals with Sony, actually. Like, the Joker, right, on Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, and Arkham VR, too.
Right, and, man, was Catwoman PS3 exclusive?
No, that was a weird pre-order thing, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
But, I mean, if we're talking about, like, potential things that could show up here that need a stage, like Gotham Knights, or... I mean, Gotham Knights has its October stage. Hogwarts Legacy, like you brought up originally, makes more sense than any of the DC stuff, because, like, they said Hogwarts isn't going to be at the DC fandom, because it's not DC, despite the Warner Brothers tie. Is there any other game that you're waiting to hear about that falls into that we need an update 16 style game that you think could show up here?
Man, anything you think I might be interested in that I can't really remember right now. Like, honestly, the only thing on my mind is still, like, Bayonetta 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which is obviously not going to be here, but yeah, I really can't think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, anything? I'm waiting. I don't know, man.
So, I mean, for next year, there's like a lot of the stuff announced for next year that we don't know about from PlayStation. Like, let me rephrase that. The stuff for 2022 that's not God of War Horizon and potentially a Last of Us thing is either, for me, Gotham Knights or Bethesda related, or Square Enix, and I think that's it. So, like,
do you want to have look up a list of like 2022 games really quick?
Yeah, go for it. Because, like, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think we're gonna get any megaton. Nobody guessed this sort of things. You know, I think we'll see a lot of updates on things we've either officially known about, like God of War and Horizon and GT, that got pushed and we haven't seen for a while. And I think we will see things like things we've heard about. So, like, we might see the Last of Us remake, or we might see Factions. I really don't think in 40 minutes there's enough time to give updates on all these things that are coming out probably next year, and then also 2023 stuff. Unless there is a bomb lined up for 2022. I'm just having a hard time believing that, since everything that was going to come out this year basically got pushed to next year.
We forgot about the biggest one, Christian.
Oh, what? Let me hear it.
Pragmata.
Isn't that 2023?
Did it get... Oh, maybe it got, like, delayed in that weird Capcom leak. I'm seeing 2022 here.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, you're right. It did get delayed.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. You see that Sean Layden interview about Deep Down? Or that quote recently?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Oh. I think there's a good chance we'll see Dragon's Dogma 2 here. I think that's a possibility.
Okay.
I think that might happen.
Okay. Was that in the Capcom leak?
No. I don't think it
okay.
was. Maybe it was. I don't know. But, it's time.
I got something.
What's up?
So, think about the last few major PlayStation things over the last 5 years, right? There was the showcase last year. 2019, they had their really... 2019, they didn't have anything. 2018, they had their weird final E3 showing. And then 2016 was the really big, cool one, you know, that everybody loved. At all of those events, there was an announcement of a Resident Evil game. 2016, we got RE7. 2018, we got RE2. 2019 December at the Game Awards was RE3, but it leaked during I think it leaked for a PlayStation State of Play, actually. So yeah, it was through PlayStation. And then the showcase last June, I think, is when they announced Village. Do we get Resident Evil 4 remake announced here? Officially.
Well, I think the way they've been releasing those is the announcement to release cycle is pretty short, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay. Was Village longer than usual?
Village was the longest one because I think that was announced in June and came out in May.
Okay. I don't know.
Because, like, as far as I know, that's the next one.
Right. I just remember hearing that there were, like, development issues with it, too, right?
Yeah, I forget when those were. I think that might have just been, like, in pre-production, like, the general idea for what the project should be. I think that's what everything was. Like, I don't know if it was actually mid-development that there were problems, but yeah, there was some hurdles.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I think we'll probably see it in a bit still, because I don't think it's soon.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe. Because, okay, we've done yearly Resident Evil releases for a while here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well then 4 has to come out next year, doesn't it?
Maybe. Unless
they skip it.
There is that rumor. Cycle. Yeah, there is that rumor that there's the Switch exclusive Resident Evil Outrage, which is basically going to be Revelations 3, so that could be next year.
Okay.
But that kind of... I don't know. I would play the hell out of that, but I don't know if that lives up to that annual release, like the remakes and the first-person games, you know?
You know what? I'll go with you on this. I think Capcom sees that that Dead Space remake and is feeling really frightened.
Yeah!
And they push out a Resident Evil trailer.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Any other Capcom stuff? Is it time for Devil May Cry 6?
No, because I think that guy will be doing Dragon's Dogma.
Okay.
There was another Warner Brothers thing I was trying to think of that. Oh, dude, where are his monolith, like the Shadows of Mordor guys?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I think they're here, and they have the Matrix. They're working on the Matrix.
Dude, what? No, come on.
Come on. No, listen. They made Fear back in the day, which had the sickest bullet time stuff.
Okay.
No one cares about Middle Earth anymore after that second one.
There's that Gollum game going on right now.
They're not making it, I
Nope,
don't think.
I don't think they are. I hope they're not.
Also, the Nemesis system would be perfect for Agent Smiths.
Dude, oh my god.
You really think about it? So, like, I'm pretty sure they're working on the Matrix, and we're about to have a pretty heavy Matrix season here coming up, assuming nothing gets delayed, which it very well might. Matrix 4, or Matrix Monolith Soft.
Dude.
Just wait.
That, I'm with you 100%. I think that is a perfect combination. It makes so much sense. I believe this game exists now.
Okay, cool.
My only question, is this something Jim Ryan cares about, or is this something that Jeff Keighley needs the scoop for?
Oh man, this is actually a really big Jeff Keighley game, to be honest.
Right?
Yeah, maybe you're right. You might be right.
Because December Game Awards, isn't that when Matrix 4 is coming out?
Yeah, okay. You got me.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm thinking Warner Brothers is trying to sell right now, right?
Yeah.
So what if they just like try and like barge into one of these shows and show off all their cool IP and games in development?
Sure.
Did you see that Jeff Grubb rumor that like they're making Mortal Kombat 12?
Really? No, I didn't see that.
His thinking is like that with all the studios Warner Brothers is trying to sell, it would be a lot harder to sell if NetherRealm was working on an Injustice 3 with all the DC IP.
That makes sense.
So he was thinking like, okay, they're probably making Mortal Kombat 12. I don't know. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I didn't play 11 or 10, but I love 9, and I do want to play 11 at some point. But
Man, 9 is still my favorite, but 11's great too.
yeah, I really, really, really love 9, and every time I see 11, I'm like, damn, I really just want to sit through that story mode. So like, yeah, showing up with a Mortal Kombat. Oh fuck, Omar.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6.
Oh. Yeah, that could be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Capcom takes off from Resident Evil next year and they coast off everything else. I don't know.
Yeah, because next year they already got lined up a Monster Hunter PC release,
Right.
which is going to be huge, I'm sure. And then Street Fighter 6, as from everything I hear, is supposed to be next year, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was supposed to be this year at one point, but then like, all the stuff delayed. But and they had like issues with the development, like that Street Fighter like producer guy, is it Ono?
Mm-hmm.
I think got removed or something, or he left Capcom. And also like Street Fighter 5 just added a new character that seems very much like they are the Street Fighter 6 protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, I can see it. Also, Sony has Evo now.
They do.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it happening for sure.
Before we leave Capcom, I will say it's still Resident Evil's anniversary this year, and they haven't really done anything else since Village came out.
Didn't they delay that multiplayer like by
They
another
did.
year or something?
I think that's
Yeah.
2022 now.
Dude, does anyone care about that mode?
I don't, but I'm entitled to it because I purchased Village.
No,
so.
right. I think I own it too. But like, it is funny that like they didn't have to like include it as a bonus, but they're in this mess now, I guess, with it.
Yeah, I think if there's anything Resident Evil, if I'm being realistic, I could maybe see, again, there's that tie to PlayStation. I would love if we just get the original PS1 ports of 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, I wish they would do that, dude.
I remember we were talking about that back around the actual anniversary of Resident Evil earlier this year, and there was some smoke with that, and then it just never happened.
Yeah, because like they showed off like before that anniversary presentation or something, there was like a trailer where like it almost looked like they had like revised ports of those games, right? Which would be really sweet, I think.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2, that original version, as someone who hasn't played it but seen lots of it, it looks really cool.
Yeah, dude, I watched some playthroughs of that. That game seems awesome. Same with Nemesis,
Yeah.
RE3. Like, the original
Yeah.
Resident Evil 3 looks really, really interesting. So,
I love the way those games look on the PS1. They got
yeah.
really crazy looks.
mhm.
How about Blue Point?
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up because I forgot about them.
Yeah. They're definitely going to be a Sony studio, right?
Yeah, there was that official announcement that got deleted.
Right. I still think Demon's Souls is coming to PS4, personally.
I don't think you're wrong.
Okay.
I don't know if that would be a showcase announcement, though. That's like a...
Exactly. That's what I feel like these Sony showcases always has like, maybe not necessarily bad news, but like weird news afterwards. Like,
It's
they
the
hide
bad
stuff.
news. It's the bad news.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're right.
The non-pretty news, it's like...
Yes.
Oh, by the way,
They
that
think
really
it's
cool
bad.
Spider-Man game is also coming out on PlayStation 4.
Exactly. Yeah, and the Demon's Souls like PC port, right?
Yeah.
Like, which is still one of the most baffling things. I feel like. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I recently saw rumors about like From Software 2 with another Sony exclusive. Did you see this at all?
I didn't. I think the last thing I heard from Software was another quote from Miyazaki saying like, yeah, I'd love to do Bloodborne 2, but it's not my call. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I assume you were gonna say what I was saying. Do I think Blue Point is doing a Bloodborne remaster kind of thing, or like?
Yeah, maybe.
is
Like,
it
what do you
that?
think Blue Point shows up with?
Um,
Because I think they'll probably have the official announcement here, right? Like, alongside a project. I think that makes sense.
do you think they'll announce Blue Point's owned by Sony here
Yeah.
with a new project? Okay.
Doesn't have to be a
Yeah.
huge project, but a project.
Well, okay. I have a hard time with this one because there's stuff I want
Yeah.
and stuff I don't know if they'll like. Okay, Bloodborne needs a remaster, not a remake, right?
Agreed. Yes. 100%.
And Bluepoint should really do that. They were the best at remasters when
Yeah,
they were doing them.
Nathan Drake collection.
Right. And the Metal Gear Solid collection, right?
Yeah.
Like, man, those are great ports.
See, I see people out here with the wild expectations, which I'll bring up in a second. I'm glad that you brought up the Bloodborne thing of needing a remaster, not a remake, because I fully agree with you. Like, I don't know where this narrative came out that Bloodborne is an ugly game suddenly, or it looks old or dated. Like, it looks great. It just needs to be able to get a good patch with maybe some updated lighting and a resolution bump, and Bluepoint could do that easily, you know, based off of what they've done before.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think those games are gorgeous. It's starting from like, was it? Okay, Dark Souls 2 looks pretty great, but it has some issues and inconsistencies. Dark Souls 1 also, like, they all had great art, but like by the time they got to like Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3, I don't know which one was first. They like basically look like incredible. Like, I feel like, aside from like technical issues.
Right. Yeah, and I just
Sekiro, I think, was one of the best looking games, honestly, of recent years.
I started up a new save in Sekiro last night because I was getting the FromSoft itch, and now I know I can beat the damn ape that blocked me for a year. So I decided to start fresh, and I was looking at it, I was like, this game looks beautiful. Like, I know FromSoft has a look to their games. I don't think that's bad though. It's an art style, you know.
No, I think they have some of the best artists in the business, man. For sure.
Absolutely, yeah. So Bluepoint being able to elevate that art rather than remake it, I think, would be celebrated by fans, would be good enough to team up with an announcement of a purchase, and then they'll say, hey, new big project coming down the line. But people think the new big project is going to be here on Thursday, and they think it is going to be Metal Gear Solid.
Nothing would make me happier than Bluepoint going back to just like, they can do remakes as well, but if they like started the remaster business again, like
Infamous,
a nice project from them, Infamous. God, The Last Guardian I'd play remaster for. Someone should do that. Like, stuff like that. Honestly, the Metal Gear Solid ports should come over to PS5 or everywhere. Like, man.
Like, there's so many great PS3 games that are stuck on PS3 that I think Bluepoint could bring over and be fantastic. Like, there is the Infamous games, like I said. No, somebody has to do something about Metal Gear Solid 4 still, like...
Right.
I don't know. I think I'm with you. Like, Bluepoint doing a remake once in a while is awesome, and I really liked Shadow of the Colossus, and I haven't played Demon's Souls, but I think it looks really good. Like, for now, though, bring some stuff up to snuff, bring some stuff onto the PS5, make it look really good, like Bloodborne, maybe Infamous, and then do your remake down the line.
If we put on like our investor caps, and think real business, like if Sony was savvy enough to make Demon's Souls a launch game, like to get those gamers in on PS5 so fast, I feel like they should know Bloodborne's a big deal. Like, especially with like the PC audience, I feel like Bloodborne would be crazy on PC. Like. And I think Bluepoint doing a remaster of that game and like getting that game to work on PC as well and like putting it on PS5 would probably do really well for them. Unless like in their mind they think, okay, well all those gamers already bought PlayStations for Demon's Souls and they're good now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like that would make some crazy bank.
Yeah, because I haven't played Demon's Souls, but Bloodborne is better than Demon's Souls. I can tell you that right now. Like,
sure.
So yeah, you're right. Bloodborne, I think, is still like the second best, if not maybe the best PS4 exclusive that I've played, and I'm not alone thinking that, you know? Like, there are many, many people that think that, so any treatment of that game, whether it is just a patch or a full-blown remaster, would sell consoles, investor cap on, good idea, I think, right? And specifically, when you bring up Demon's Souls, right? Like, Demon's Souls needed the extra legwork. Bloodborne really doesn't. So you sell those people on the big budget remake with Demon's Souls, and then Bloodborne, you don't have to touch up that much. It's a lower investment, and then more people will buy in for it, you know? So, stocks and stuff, that's how purchases work, right?
Yeah. IPO.
Yeah. SEO.
Yes. Do you think Elden Ring's here?
God, I hope.
Because that game's out in like 2 months.
I hope
Sorry,
it's here.
3. But I don't know if they have an Xbox deal with that or not.
It was revealed on the Xbox stage.
But then it was that Jeff Keighley's thing, right?
Yeah, so like, I don't know. I would love if Elden Ring was here. I really want to see more of that game. There was just press just got to see like a 15-minute gameplay demo preview, right? So
How cool would it be if it's just like there's nothing else and they're just out in January? It just makes it out.
oh my god,
Like,
I would love that so much.
that'd be pretty cool.
I'm looking at this banner of PlayStation IP right now, and we've hit like pretty much all of them, except for like, you know, the dead things like Gravity Rush and Ape Escape and anything from Sony Japan. But there was one character I'm looking at that there's been some buzz about recently.
Okay.
Sly Cooper.
Oh, man. Okay. Oculus straight up bought Sanzaru or Sanzaru, which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But I guess someone else could do it too.
Yeah, because I never played Sly 4. I love, like, the Sly trilogy out of all the mascot ones is my favorite. I think it's the most consistent, and again, Sucker Punch I think is like just my favorite first party they have. So again, sort of like Infamous would be even more down if Sucker Punch was like, hey, yeah, we have this like pocket studio that's just been working on this really cool Sly Cooper game that's not trying to impress anybody, but it's damn good, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember when that rumor started, but I heard Sly 5 recently. So
You think it'd be a Sucker Punch thing?
I think so, because like, I don't know who else would do it, honestly, unless it's like Blue Point is going all in on the Sly Cooper franchise or something.
Do you like want a Ghost of Tsushima 2? Or like, are you good?
Honestly, I do. I would
Okay.
like a second one, because
All right.
maybe cap it at 2 because of just how history works with... There was like a second invasion. Kevin told me all about this. He researched it a lot.
Oh man, I was gonna say awesome, but I mean that's cool that he researched all this.
Yeah. So there was a second invasion of Japan from the Mongols, and I think it happened like 10 years after the events of the game, so...
Okay, that's a cool setting then. If it's still like 10 years afterwards or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, okay, that's worth doing.
Yeah, and I like genuinely, I think when I was talking about favorite first party stuff, like Ghost of Tsushima, I like more than most of the other first party exclusives I played last gen, just because it's got the tiniest little seasoning of Breath of the Wild in there at times. So I really like that game.
I mean, I think I'll probably wait. I'm assuming it comes to PC at some point, and I'll probably play that.
Yeah,
but I'm excited.
I think you would like it because like it's not an overwhelming open world, you know.
That's what I'm looking for. I hate overwhelming open worlds, man. I got Valhalla recently. Just saying, and a little overwhelming.
No, Ghost. It like feels like the best of the old Assassin's Creeds. It's got some Batman Arkham in it. It has some Breath of the Wild, absolutely, and I don't say that lightly. And it's meditative. You know, I put 115 hours into Ghost of Tsushima, and Kevin platinumed it in like 40. So,
damn.
I would absolutely love a sequel. I'd even love a spin-off that goes in on the multiplayer Supernatural Legends stuff, because there was just an update to that, so would love that too. But again, that's down the line, I think, not really here. Is there anything else?
A couple things, I think.
Sure. I'm not in a rush. Hit me with what you got.
Kratos and Super Monkey Ball Mania.
Sure.
And I think we'll see probably a Lost Judgment launch trailer, maybe.
Ooh, okay, good call.
That's out in a couple weeks. And also, I'm just thinking crazy ones now. Maybe Bioshock 4 is here.
Yeah.
Is it time for Bioshock 4? It might be time.
I have zero tie to Bioshock, right?
Yeah.
Bioshock...
You probably like this one more than the others. Just assuming because there's no Ken Levine. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, Bioshock would be interesting. I feel like I've heard about a new Bioshock for like since the Vita came out.
Well, yes. But this one should be cool too, because like I believe this is gonna like have Arcane DNA in it.
Ooh.
Like it's not an Arcane game, but it sounds like more like it's like one of those Dishonored kind of Prey games.
All right.
In terms of who they've got on it, they're like it seems like it's more gameplay oriented, like a proper immersive sim.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
You think it's Rapture?
That's the underwater city, right?
Yeah.
I think it would have to be.
Yeah, they gotta show the roots again.
Yeah, gotta go back.
Yeah.
Rapture surfaced and then sank.
Ooh.
And then you gotta go back, and everything's all upside down.
That'd be cool. Do the Titanfall 2 time and effect mechanic, and you go back and forth.
That'd be very cool.
PS5 SSD. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I had another one that came to mind, but I know at TGS Atlas is gonna have something, and they said they're kicking off the Persona anniversary. I think this month. Do you think we see any? I'm not saying like Persona 6, because I think the general consensus is that's the final announcement of this whole year-long thing. Do you think we might see a port or a new spin-off game here, or is that maybe TGS news since they have a show there?
I don't know. I feel like Sony wouldn't show it. Oh, I don't know. The only thing I could think of likely that we'd see now before at the TGS thing would be something that would like more cater to like the Western audiences, which I think would be a Persona 4 port, right? Like considering that was made by like Sega Europe,
Okay.
or like that was Sega's initiative there. I feel like they could probably maybe get a Persona 4 port before that TGS show.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, if there's anything.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that would be necessarily be one of those announcements they teased. Or not.
yeah. Yeah, maybe not, but
I forgot. I didn't hear about that. They're kicking off a TGS, they said?
so I believe they said it's September to September. Is their celebration of the
September
Persona anniversary?
to December? Is that what you said?
Sorry, September to September.
Oh, so it's all September?
No, it's a full year. September 2021 to September 2022. I'm pretty sure that was the thing they announced.
Seriously, fuck this. I hate Atlas, man. How much time do they think we have? Like, Persona 6 better be out like 2 months after September 2021. Sorry, 2022. It's like, that's insane. I don't know.
I have what we got here for the announcement thing. On the Persona Anniversary website, there was a thing. It said Persona 25th Anniversary projects are set to be announced starting in September 2021. I'm trying to see where they said a year long, but
I believe you. Like, that's some Atlas shit right there.
yeah. So far, the only thing they have announced is March for some of the games. So
Okay.
but yeah, maybe some Persona
I was
stuff.
really expecting to see Persona 6 in like November.
I mean, hey, maybe they still do it, but
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I went to the official website. Persona 25th Anniversary Project 2021 to 2022. It begins in September.
Man.
And the final announcement is 2022 autumn.
Man.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 announcements. So that's what we got lined up.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. Any final thoughts, Omar? Any final predictions? What are you expecting to enjoy the showcase?
I think so. I think I'll really enjoy it. I did see a rumor I forgot to bring here.
Go for it.
Alan Wake Remastered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that here?
I can see that be here. I mean, Remedy's tied up with, what, 505 now?
Nah, they got an Epic deal with them. I believe.
True.
Like,
Okay. Yeah.
I think that from what I understand, it's only Epic is funding Alan Wake 2.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, maybe that could be here.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think there's so many things that we know exists in some capacity, be it a Alan Wake remastered listing or a Jason Schreier report about a Last of Us remake, that I think I will be surprised if I am like super surprised by anything at the show.
They're gonna have a new Marvel game that will blow you away.
I hope.
Like
be cool.
I feel like not like I feel like we can't escape one of these shows without a new Marvel game happening. And they always sound pretty cool and interesting to be honest. But like I'm pretty sure we're gonna have another one tomorrow.
I
Or
mean,
sorry, Thursday.
the only reason I have a hold up with it is because they got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out in October that they're still marketing, and they got the Firaxis game next March, and presumably when it's relevant to PlayStation, outside of Spider-Man and Avengers, the next game is a Spider-Man game. So like, I don't know when's the right time, I guess, but
Well, perhaps they'll take inspiration from the MCU and just like announce a whole slate.
sure, that'd be cool.
Like, I think they're probably okay with announcing whatever, whenever. But to be honest, I don't even know who would be making one, what property it would be.
Yeah, I will say I saw on an Era thread that somebody mentioned, like, oh, if that X-Men rumor is true, I tried my hardest to find a source. I went through like 5 different pages to find the origin of that comment. I could not. So maybe an X-Men thing shows up. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Man, I would like a new Marvel vs. Capcom.
Is that it? Is that Street Fighter 6 is actually MVC 5, 4?
I would not be opposed at all. Dude, honestly, like Street Fighter 6 should just be like Capcom everything. Like just get Magneto and the rival school characters and Darkstalkers Morgana and Ryu in a fight. Like why not?
Hell yeah. So
Leon S. Kennedy,
yeah, please Leon.
Megaman. Yeah, like just do it everyone.
The final thing I'll ask you is, I guess, if you could, your number one thing you want to see that you think is realistic that shows up here, what are your eyes on the lookout for? I would accept more Japan games as an option, as an answer, but the thing you're looking at the most for from this presentation, what is it?
Honestly, that's hard for me to say. Like, I recently just got really excited about PC gaming again, so I kind of just want more ports. You know,
Sure.
I think that'd be cool. If I forget about that though, and my heart goes crazy, I think I really just want to see more Final Fantasy 16.
Me too, man. That's my pick.
Like yeah, I think that game looks really cool, and I don't know, I'm really curious about it. It's got like an M rating too, right?
I don't know, but there was a lot of blood in that trailer.
Yeah.
So,
I think it looks cool.
I've been playing a little bit of 14 here and there, and
Sweet.
seeing Final Fantasy have that more high fantasy setting is really refreshing, and seeing 16 lean into more of the like hyper violent high fantasy is really interesting. So yeah, I'm super excited to see it. The combat looks really good too, so like that's my thing. I want to leave this show with a date in mind for 16, and then I want to go to bed that night after reading a blog post and seeing if I can buy it on a PS4 or an Xbox.
Yeah. No, we don't get games like that too often, I feel like, you know? Especially like the big budget Japanese games like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man.
Yeah. And
It's going to be good.
I hope so. Well, thank you for joining for this, Omar. It was very fun. I enjoyed
Yeah. Thank you for
speculating
having
on
me.
this. We talked about a lot, and
Yeah, we covered basically every game in development right now.
yeah, and I don't know how many of those fit in the 40 minutes. Honestly, 10 minutes on God of War, 10 minutes on Horizon, 10 minutes on GT, and then 10 minutes on a Last of Us remake. There you go.
Yeah. You know, what's the point of doing something realistic where everything's going to show up? I think it's more fun to dream, you know?
Yeah.
I think we're dreamers.
Yeah. I mean, I am going to be happy as long as 16 is there.
Yeah.
If it's not there and it's just things we know, it'll be a fine show. But like, I'm keeping my expectations in check with the exception of 16. I think.
Yeah.
So. Well, yeah.
Do you think Halo's here?
Master Chief will be in a Fortnite trailer
Okay.
during an ad.
Sounds good.
So. Yeah, that's our predictions special. I know Kevin is going to be live reacting to it on PlayStation Source. I think he already has a panel growing. I don't know if I'm going to hop in on that, but if you're interested in watching reactions, check out Kevin on youtube.com/PlayStation Source. I'm sure he will host a very entertaining reaction stream. So, Omar, is there anything you want to shout out?
Not at the moment.
Cool.
I'll shout out JoyClicks on YouTube.
Shout out.
Cool channel.
Thank you. Thank you for helping make it the way it is.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. And yeah, if you want to stick around, JoyClicks, we got more stuff going on. I'm sure on an upcoming Gamescast, I will be talking about everything that happened here with Kevin. If you want to follow me on my personal stuff, at Shun2D2 on Twitter, Twitch, and TikTok. And yeah, that is the PlayStation 5 Showcase Prediction Special. The final thing I'll say, everything I heard rumor-wise, I'm not really trusting anymore, because I think one of the Game Informer editors was like, hey, yeah, I'd be surprised if any of the PlayStation big announcements actually leaked this week. So I think that was a subtle way of being like, none of these leaks are real so far. But
dude, what about Kratos and Genshin Impact?
I think you nailed it. I think that's a lock, honestly.
All right.
Are there any axe wielders in Genshin?
No, but I think at some point they have to add axe wielders. Like, they will have to add new weapons at some point, like new characters like that. And I think axe is probably first on that list. Maybe after gun.
Is there anything like the Blades of Chaos?
No, I wish, man.
Okay. Would you be mad if Genshin introduced a new weapon through Kratos?
No, they should do that.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, that's going to do it. We'll see what happens at the show on Thursday. We will see you next time. And until then, it's pizza time.